I'm a disappointment. Hey everybody, what is up? So recently I watched, and pardon me for what I'm about to say, a lot of people know I normally don't swear, but this is a bat shit crazy movie. Yes, well, the angle is because, just to let you know, nerve in my leg is being hit. It's not set up. So, just saying this is why. So, this is released by Sushi Typhoon. The basis is this girl, Kika, if I'm pronouncing that right. So, can't hear some of these names. Basically, she and her dad were hiding from her mom, and her uncle. They're both really demented people, in a nutshell. And they're found, and yeah, so this is all in the back of the movie, by the way, so no real spoilers. Her mom basically rips her heart out, and right after she's hit by this meteorite thing, puts it in her own chest, and they're like both in like this yellow whatever substance covers both of them, and from her mom comes this black ash stuff, which basically turns people into like these zombie-like creatures. And there's like a wall built to divide part of Japan, the part that's been infested, versus the part that hasn't. And Kika is basically turned into like this human experiment. Because she has no heart and she survived, she has this artificial heart that also she has like this chainsaw type thing, which is power. I don't get it. It's like the heart help power the chainsaw. She has this pull cord on her chest which she can yank, and it will basically start the sword. So she's just dropped off in the middle of nowhere. And one of the things about these zombies, it's not a spoiler, is like this is stuff like you see in the opening of the film, is they have these horns growing out of their head, and people actually hunt them. It opens up with this guy basically going out, trying to hunt these zombies for their horns. And so she comes along, stops him from doing it. Now they know, this is one of those things about a lot of these movies. They start off with this weird stuff, like her basically getting these horns. And what happens is people sell them on the black market, they're used for drugs, but they're also explosive. And so this guy's trying to get these horns, and she ends up getting him instead. So that's how it starts. Those two scenarios on here. She does meet this guy who runs an orphanage. Don't remember how to pronounce his name. He's also with this guy who he calls No Name, because of the fact that the guy doesn't speak. He's actually looking for his sister, who is in the northern zone, which is walled off, that he wants to find. Along the way, they do meet a former cop who helps him out. I'm going to say this. Like I said, this is batshit crazy. And I mean it. It took 50... I'm not kidding. About 50 minutes almost for the opening credits to show up. It opens up with this guy saying, yeah, I might want to watch it with a beer or another beverage. I'm going, how weird can it be? I'm like, what type of drugs were being used? There is kind of like, I don't know if it's intentional or not, or if it's just like part of the movie. There's kind of like this dispute over these creatures, whether they are human or they're dead. And that does play a really big role in the movie. It's explained later on. They are kept for study. There's a guy, who keeps them. If their family comes looking for him, he's like the street preacher. Excuse me, sorry, nose itches. And he's just a nut job in it all by himself. I mean, really a nut job. So Kika has to go find her mom, because how do they put it? Kika leads a ragtag group of desperados on a secret mission into the zombie-infected wilds to exterminate zombie queen Rika. The woman who played Rika is also in Tokyo Girl Police. She is the main cop, and put an end to the plague of living dead. Yeah, that entire scenario is weird. All of it is weird. I'm gonna say this. When I say it's crazy, I'm just gonna give a warning right now. I don't know the specifics of what exactly happened. Apparently, in one area, this woman was either pregnant or she's giving birth something. There's a baby attached to an umbilical cord that she uses as a weapon. It's weird. It is really creepy. If you have a problem with something like that, I don't recommend watching this movie. There is a lot of gore, Tokyo movie schlock. Excessive amounts of gore, basically. It's just like massive amounts of blood. The gore is just unbelievable. I was fine watching it. The baby part was the only thing that creeped me out, with her using the baby as the weapon. Yeah, there is just... And the thing is, Kika's uncle is severely messed up. He's probably more messed up than her mom is. They do have flashbacks about that, a couple of them. And... yeah, one of the weird things is, it's not your average zombie flick. It really isn't, because like you can cut off their hands or whatever, you can put a bullet in their head. It really doesn't matter. There's only one way to stop them, and some of the ways she goes in to stop these zombies, like even with their first battle, it involves chainsaws, and there's kind of like this thing where zombies are getting smarter. Let me see, there's something else on here. No, I can't see it. Print's really small. Yeah, I can't find it now. I thought it was on the back. It is 148 minutes, plus 78 minutes of extras. I tried there's like 3 bonus featurettes. I watched one of them. Was trying to watch the second one. They're not worth it. The movie is. The featurettes aren't. I'm so sorry. My nose itches like crazy. But yeah, it's to take it or leave it. It really is. Apparently I didn't notice this. Yes, I got the uncut director's edition, which explains a lot, actually. Yeah, I mean, if the thing, like I mentioned about the baby, might bother you, is not worth watching, I definitely would not recommend watching this with family around, unless they're about as twisted as you are. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, I wouldn't call it bad, I wouldn't call it good. It's just more... There's a lot of weird stuff in this. There is, like... In Tokyo Girl Police, there's kind of like this female police officer type situation where she gives like these type of PSA announcements, and they actually do that in here. I kind of wonder if it's the same actress. I should have looked it up, but whatever. Because it almost looks like her. They actually have this. Oh my God. If you watch it, one of the scenes, even if you look it up, is they have like this death row inmate type thing where you decide, this guy goes, wait, cash prizes for doing this mission. Some of the stuff they come up with is really clever. I don't know, it's like Golf with Heads. And try not to give a lot away. Like when Kika, No Name, and I can't pronounce his name, the guy that finds her, who runs this orphanage, they're caught selling these horns, and they're in this like room full of coffins, which is like death row basically. And this little puppet type thing on a stick, I'm not kidding, comes up on the screen, is talking to him, and is giving these offers, and the new prime minister's like, yes, and if you do this, you can win cash prizes. I'm like, where did that come from? Like, once again, drugs? What drugs were used? Is it good? Like I said, yeah, it is. The amount of absurdity to it is just crazy stuff. There's like food eating scenes that I kind of find it gross. Like I said, you have to like weird stuff, and you have to like batshit crazy insane stuff. I'm sorry for using it like that, but that is the only way I can actually describe this movie. There's minimal nudity to it, which, whatever, which is kind of like a thing with a lot of these, is more creepy than anything else. It was titillating, no pun intended, because it's a zombie flick. There's one scene, I can't describe it, and the reason why is it's a spoiler, and it has to do with the preacher. I don't know. It's also one of the things is, and I wish they explained it more, is whatever hit, how do you pronounce her name again? Rika? There's some, I wish they kind of described or went into a little bit of detail about this, why this thing causes zombies. She has this, like, it's kind of funny to watch, this, like, starfish creature, and they show it, like, it just progresses, it gets weirder and weirder, with that situation. But definitely watch it if you don't mind. If you like Tokyo schlock movies, if you've ever seen Murder Ball, where it's like, or Tokyo Gore Please, what was that other one? Robo Geisha, quite a few others. Check it out. I am going to be watching at some point Corpse Party. If you don't know, Corpse Party was the video game in manga, was also turned into a movie. There's supposed to be a second one. I started watching it, and then I had to stop for some reason, so I want to go back and finish it. So let me know what you think, if you're going to be interested in watching it or not. Talk to y'all later. Take care.